The physical devastation of a nuclear weapon exploded near the ground is obvious. What is not so obvious is the far-reaching destruction of a nuclear weapon detonated at high altitude. When used in this way, a nuclear warhead creates a phenomenon known as an electromagnetic pulse.
I'm standing on the beach in Santa Monica, California, 3,000 miles away from Ground Zero in New York City. But if a nuclear weapon were detonated high over the center of the United States, instead of over the city, standing here on the beach, I might be a casualty too. That's because of something called EMP, or electromagnetic pulse, a giant flush of electrons and ionized particles that's pushed out by a nuclear explosion. It could incapacitate every electrical system in the United States. Life in America might never be the same again.
EMP, electromagnetic pulse, is an intense pulse of electromagnetic energy that's produced by a nuclear weapon when it's detonated above the Earth's atmosphere. If someone exploded a high-altitude nuclear weapon over the United States, the electromagnetic pulse would affect all the electronics within line of sight of that burst.
An EMP produces damaging current and voltage surges, burning out the semiconductor chip of any electronic device within line of sight. The result of that is a complete shutdown of the electronic system. Were the blast to occur high enough, the entire continental United States would be left with no electric power or the things that depend on electric power.
Medical services wouldn't be available because they needed electric power. Telephones wouldn't work. The traffic lights would stop working. Big traffic jam. Transportation would be shut down. Electronic funds transfer wouldn't work, so you wouldn't get your paycheck. You wouldn't be able to use your credit card. Food stocks would run out very quickly. Everything we know about life today that makes it convenient and efficient would be shut down. The day after an EMP attack, the configuration of the country would be more like that around 1800. The problem is that the country had a very small population at that time compared to the 300 million people who live here today. There would be a real challenge to keeping our population even alive, much less strong and viable after a high-altitude EMP event.
6-4, Mike, affirmative. Left turn on 7, hold short.
Very good, Bob. It's been cleared through.
6-4, Mike, affirmative.
Because there's no power right now.
No power. Nothing in here works.
There's no AC. Toilet doesn't work.
What are we supposed to do?
Where's everybody?
We're stuck.
We gotta get some water.
Wait your turn!
Daddy, when are you coming to pick us up?
Oh no.
The current blackout is the result of a cyber attack.
Why is nobody helping us?
I'd say shalom, giving all praises to Yahawashi. Also give a dua honest and elders of GMS and honest at Akim, and peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters that listen to hopeful elect, call Yahawah. And we see what happened a couple of days ago in New York City. There was a short power outage. Ironically, it was 42 years after they had a power outage in 1977, a blackout, which there were other blackouts also in 2003, but 1977 is the most memorial one because the city at that time had an economic downturn, right? So it was a lot of criminal acts, a lot of looting, a lot of arson, fires. You know, New York was a dump when you look at a documentary on it. And I remember looking at a documentary on, United States collapsing. And pretty much the people in that video were saying that an EMP is pretty much imminent, man. Okay? That's one of the things that the elite is going to use. Or they could use a cyber attack to knock the power out, man. To destroy all form of communication. And bring in their police force. Which, as explained in the videos, what an EMP is, man. Electric magnetic pulse. Okay? It gives off those electric magnetic waves, and it destroys anything that has what they call a integrated circuit. Pretty much all forms of electricity, man. Okay? Which the EMP could naturally occur with lightning strikes. That's why when lightning strikes certain electric grids, you have power outages. But that's just for a short period of time. You know, they can usually get it back up. EMPs, especially the ones that they create with these nuclear bombs or these small nukes that Esau is going to release in these cities, or these hydrogen bombs, 1,000 times more powerful, man. Okay? So it'll knock out electricity for a long time, man. Okay, because we know that Babylon is falling apart. The electric grids, the infrastructure, this place is out of here, man. Okay? And they said the only thing that can block the EMP is they call Faraday Cages, which they usually have in laboratories and power plants. You see? And we know that's where they're going to microchip you people, man. See, Esau's setting the stage and he has everything in place. And then what happened in New York a couple of days ago, that was just a trial, man. But at the same time, it's all prophecy, man. You know, not only the Empire State, the entire America are going to be shut down, man. Okay? And that all goes with the scriptures, man. And prophecy just been kicking off this today, which I had to do a video on that through the spirit of Yahawashi. Elon Musk, you know, that devil, man, who sound like a freaking android, said that, you know, his Neuralink, the chip, putting it in your brain. So, come on, man, prophecy is kicking, man. You know, we had an earthquake not too long ago in California and Indonesia, and we see there's more diseases popping up. Now we see, you know, power outages. Now we also see the microchip. You see, that's why, you know, you just got to remain on point, man. And like the scripture says, to remain circumspect. Okay? Now, that's why I'm going to read this precept here, Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion. What's America known as, man? Babylon, Babel. Confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in, man. Okay? And that's literally going to happen. Every house is going to be shut up, man. Okay? And people are going to be hiding. Scripture says there's going to be 2 left in the city. It's going to be dead bodies. You know, and it's not going to have no form of electricity, man. All right? In a lot of places. Some places may have life as normal, but most of these cities are going to be shut down, man. This whole society is run off electricity, man. Okay? These electronic devices, man. Everything, man. Your form of communication, your lights, okay, all these devices, all right? All forms of technology is based off electricity, man. You see? So you won't be able to communicate with people in different states or different countries, man, when this thing hits the fan, man. All right? That's why the scripture also says, Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19, and that also going to lead to food shortages, and that's also going to lead to the stock market crashing, man, if it don't crash before that, man. That's why the scripture says, let me get this. So, you know, I just had to bring a quick video out on this, man. There's other videos I have to hit through the spirit, okay? And, you know, there's Satan been throwing his stumbling blocks brothers' way, you know, to try to prevent us from, you know, reaching our full potential, man. But we have to keep pushing, man. That's a part of the fight, okay? Because these spirits, all right, they know what we're about to inherit, man. So it's their job to try to hinder you. But we're soldiers of Yahawashi, okay? And we got to endure. And these are the things that we have to endure as well, man, okay? Because this thing could be set off at any time. Any time, man. Ezekiel 7:19, it says, and this is going to happen when all these things start taking place. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahawashi. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of your iniquity. So, people, money, okay, which that's one of the chief idols in America, okay. One of the pursuit of happiness is becoming rich, okay, filling your bank account with dollar bills, man. But what did the scripture just say? Your silver and your gold is going to be removed, and people won't cast that in the street, man. Okay, and with no power, people already see what can happen, man. Okay, the blackout in 2003 wasn't too bad, but the city, I remember back then, was on edge because 9/11 happened 2 years before that. You see? But what they got set up more is going to be a lot more drastic. And I also have released that article, this was earlier in the year, where Homeland Security basically said that Americans need to stock up for food for 6 months in case they have a power outage. You see? Which we not stocking up on nothing, man. We stocking up on faith in Yahawashi. The Most High gonna take care of his men. Okay, why you people lose your mind? Okay, why you start going insane? Why a lot of you start dying? Okay, Yahawashi is gonna keep us stable, man. Okay, because he fed, first of all, he fed that wicked generation in the wilderness, man. He gave them manna, all right? When they complained about manna, he gave them quail, all right? So we know greater miracles gonna happen in this day and time, man. So we stocking up on faith in Yahawashi, and that's what he wants. That's what he wants. Okay, that's his main desire, is for you to grow in faith, man. And let me read a couple of more precepts, but I just really wanted to comment on this. And obviously, as men of the Lord, give us a heads up, because you know we complain about a lot of things, man, but we're gonna lose access to simple things like that, basic things like that, things that you take for granted, man. Okay, the society, like we just read, is gonna be broken down. Okay, there ain't gonna be no businesses, and like in this video, it's not gonna be any power, man, in a lot of places, man. Okay, it's gonna go back, like that video says, it's gonna go back to the 1800s, man. Okay, ain't gonna be no street lights, man. Okay, ain't gonna be no computers. So that means the famine of the word. Okay, these medical devices, a lot of them. We know Esau Laboratory is gonna have these things because you know they're gonna have those make sure it's EMP proof. You know, wherever his laboratory is gonna be at, man. Okay, where they going? They education centers. Okay, they concentration camps. Okay, to microchip you people, man, because they've been planning these things for a long time, man. Okay, that the stage is already set, but all of those things that don't have those Faraday cages, those mesh cages, to block that EMP attack, is gonna fry all the electronics, man, in that radius or in that area, man. Okay, whatever city or state you in is gonna be without power, man. Okay, and like people won't be able to, obviously, like we just read Ezekiel 7:19, which the dollar gonna be done away with. Okay, so obviously ain't gonna be no ATMs and ain't gonna be no water supply, man. Okay, because all that uses all these landlines, cell phone networks, these hospitals, all that use what? Electricity, man. Society is run off electricity, man. All these infrastructures, transportation, okay, food and water. EMP would disrupt all of that. Okay, so this is a very serious thing. Now let me read but it's all prophecy. Now let me read Jeremiah 51:14. I'll close this out soon. It says, "The Lord of hosts, Yahawashi, have sworn by himself, saying, I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee." Which, when you look up that word caterpillar, I believe the word there is locust. Okay, which we know locusts bring what? Famine, man. Matter of fact, let me read further up. Let me read further up. Jeremiah 51 verse 12, so we know what it's talking about. Jeremiah is talking about. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, which that's exactly what we're doing, man. The standard is the scriptures, man. Okay? Make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for Yahawah Shemel Shah have both devised and done which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay, and we're bringing that out, man. Okay? We're warning Israel, man. The watchmen who don't hold their peace, man. Okay, but a war is coming here, all right? This place is going to be destroyed. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, like it says in Revelation the 18th chapter, those waters are different nations. Abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness, your end is come. Okay? And it's going to start from inward going outward, man. Society going to collapse, and then the other nations going to hit this place with missiles. Yahawah Shemel Shah of hosts, and before those missiles hit, the EMP goes off, man. That blast, man. All right? But like you said, they got different pocket nukes that Esau himself gonna release, man. It says 14, Yahawah Shemel hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. Okay? So it's gonna be desolation, man. All right? It's gonna be what? Famine. Famine, man. All right, coming to America, man. There's a part also, let me see if I don't find it, then I can't find it. I'll get back to that. Matter of fact, let me get 2nd Ezra 16. So, you know, now's the time to push this word, man. Okay. 2nd Ezra 16 verse 22, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. They that shall think themselves to be in good case, even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. There we go, man. Sword, famine, and great confusion, man. All right. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. So they may be caught up in a race war, caught up in martial law, all right? Or they may end up just dying in a famine. And if you somehow escape that, the missile's going to get you, or the 144, Yahawashi and his men. Okay, that's what scripture tells you, that Amos 5:18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, man. Okay? There ain't be no escaping in that day, man. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down, man. We just read that. Okay? So like I went through those different scenarios of what would happen if that go off. That's going to contribute to all those things that's mentioned in these scriptures, man. And above all, the cities are going to be what? Cast down. And the scripture says there's going to be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Okay? So nobody's going to break up the ground and sow seeds, okay, and reap the fruits or the benefits. It's going to be desolate on both sides, man. Okay? Society's going to what? It's going to collapse. Now, so let me read this last precept here. Let me read this. Jeremiah 9:23. You know, and Elon Musk and these guys, he pushing this chip very hard, man. That's so you know it's right around the corner. All right, Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith Yahawah Shemel Shah, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, not let the mighty man glory in his might. Yeah, because Esau liked to glory in his carnal wisdom, you see, which is what? His technology. Not let the mighty man glory in his might, man. You know, these athletes. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, you know. Obviously with the lead on down, these people who made it, who got these jakes who got a piece of the pie. But let him that glorify glory in this, he that understandeth and knoweth me. And this is what you need. You need the mercy of Yahawah Shemel Shah in this day and time, man. Okay? that I am Yahawah Shemel Shah, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahawah Shemel Shah, man. Okay? There you go, man. And the Most High give you the nations that he was going to punish in Jeremiah the 9th chapter. Okay? He said he was going to punish 2/3 Judah, Edom, the children of Ammon, Moab, all of them, to the uttermost part of the earth, verse 26, man. You see? But he said if you're going to glorify what? Is that you know Yahawah Shemel Shah, you know his name, man. Okay? You know this word, man. And above all, you know what? The prophecies. You see what other people can't, man. These people out here, they don't have a clue what's coming to America, man. Okay? Which is bad times, man. So obviously we got to keep being watchmen. You know, never forsake our posts and keep bringing these things out, warning the flock. With that, I'm going to say, giving up praise, Yahawah Shemel Shah. Shalom.